Welcome back to the Wednesday Night War. So, me and Primetime are here to talk about NXT and AEW Dynamite. So, we got a couple days to talk about. We got Kyle O'Reilly looking like it's Ring of Honor all over again in the Gauntlet match, which was more like a Royal Rumble. Then we got Cody coming back. When everybody was like, "Oh my God, he's all in black!" Like we have not seen Cody like that before. Cody was like that before he went to the blonde. So I'm just like, okay, well, I'll play along with it. But let's get on into it. NXT, like I said, it's good to be back. We haven't done Wednesday Night War in a while, so a lot of things have happened since we haven't done the Wednesday Night War. Like Rusev, aka Mero, is now in AEW. So I really wanted to do that episode, but we couldn't get time to do it. Like I said, I was taking a break off from it and everything, and I said, well, I'm not gonna play favorites. Let me just take a complete break, and then we'll go back to doing what we're doing. So this time, I'm glad that we came back and have a Cody return. So we're good with that. So let's start off with NXT, and at the beginning, we do get in memoriam of Joe Laurinaitis, aka Animal, that we talked about earlier. Then we start off.
There at All In, by the way.
Say what?
He was at All In. He was at that show at All In.
Oh man, okay. Then we start off with a number one contenders battle royal for the NXT Women's Championship. Well, I believe it's a shot for the number one contender. So, we have people from.
I didn't like how they did this though.
What, the battle royal?
Yeah, because like everybody got job entries except for Candice LeRae and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae got the rest of the interest, but then we had, this was it had Shotzi Blackheart, Aaliyah, Xia Li, Casey Catzero, Kaden Carter, Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, Indy Hartwell. It had most of these women. It's a typical battle royal, but we have the star of it, where Casey Catzero is getting her Kofi on when she gets tossed outside the ring, but she lands on her back. Her feet did not go down. Then she does her gymnastics athletic thing and goes up into a handstand, turns around, and then puts her feet on the bottom rope and pulls herself up. Very impressive. And then she's not done because she falls out and falls on the little barricade thing and keeps her feet up. Gets up on there on the plexiglass, and she's trying to get back on. She goes onto the steel steps. I think it was Haley Hartwell that kicked her off, but she goes back onto the gate, and then on the plexiglass, and Kaden Carter is on the apron trying to grab her hand to come over, but she gets eliminated. But then Casey Catzero does find a way to make it back into the matchup. One thing I did not see coming was Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez both get eliminated at the same time. I thought Rhea Ripley was going to pull over with the head scissors, but she ended up getting eliminated anyway. So I was just like, whoa. So it boils down to just the three of Candice LeRae, Shotzi Blackheart, and Casey Catzero.
I thought they was going to give it the shot again because she had just fought her last week, so I thought I was going to give it to her.
That's what I thought. But then Casey Catzero gets eliminated, so she can't. She tried to save herself, but she can't save herself anymore. Then we're down to Candice LeRae on the steel steps, and she's about to fall off to the floor, and Shotzi Blackheart's like pushing her head down with her foot, but she fights it off, and then Candice LeRae gets knocked down the steel steps by Shotzi Blackheart, and then Shotzi is about to come down on her, but Candice LeRae takes her feet and flips Shotzi, because Shotzi was the only one going to take this bump. Flat back bump onto the floor off the apron, and Candice LeRae is your winner, and she's going to be challenging Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Championships. I'm pretty sure at TakeOver 31.
Yep.
So how was the battle royal for you?
I thought it was decent. I just wish that it could have been. I can't even say I could wish it had been less predictable, but I think we already knew who already was in the running in the first place. So
yeah,
it was cool though.
All right. I didn't see the Regal and Breezango segment. I missed that.
It was stupid. Basically he said, I want to mix things up a bit. I want teams, one member of each team to tag with each other in a tournament, and then the two members who win, they gotta face each other. The winners of that gotta face us.
Yeah, that's just do the Dusty Classic.
Well, I think they do it one time a year, and I think that year has passed. Didn't they already do it this year?
Did they? I'm not sure. I don't think they did because of COVID.
Oh, maybe not.
I don't think they had the Dusty Classic this year. We get Tommaso Ciampa versus Jake Atlas. Obviously, Jake Atlas wants his revenge on how Ciampa kind of beat him down and gave him the guillotine at the bottom of the ring. He does try to do that with Ciampa again, but it doesn't work out for him.
They did have the Classic this year, by the way.
Would you say what?
They did have the Classic this year, by the way.
Oh, they did? Oh, my bad. Like I said,
yes, it was won by the Broserweights, remember?
Oh, that's right. Damn, that was this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That damn sure was this year. See,
it was before a tragic accident, too. Just know that.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah, I'm just like, my God. It shows you how far. Remember when I told you the other day, or earlier in the podcast, I was like, Rocky Johnson's dead. He was like, this year? 2020 feels like a tale of like 4 different years. It's what it does. Ciampa hits a modified fairy tale ending at the end to pick up the win against Jake Atlas. So the match was pretty much okay. So it wasn't nothing, too, hectic. I don't understand this next match. Maybe you understand it better. Roderick Strong and Danny Burch taking on Fabian Eichner and Raul Mendoza. Here's the question.
That was one of the things, though.
So I'm about to say, because isn't Roddy Undisputed Era?
Yeah, so Undisputed Era and Fabian Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan.
Yeah.
And then Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel.
Yeah.
And whatever team the other dude is on.
Yeah, right. Okay, so
him and Joaquin Wild.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay.
That's why it don't make sense, but
it
the
don't.
Winners of that, and then I guess they'll face the winners of another thing, and then whoever wins that, then say if Roderick Strong and Danny Burch, then Undisputed Era and Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan will fight against each other, and whoever wins that is the number one contender.
I understand they try to switch things up, but sometimes things should just stay the same. To be completely honest with you. Alright, so Danny Burch and Roderick Strong win the matchup, and then they kind of shake hands. So it was a good back and forth matchup, but I wasn't for it too much. Austin Theory, I mean, I don't like the switching teams. The action was good, but the switching teams I'm not cool of. Austin Theory was being interviewed, and Jack Gargano gave him some advice. Gargano said that Theory had everything he needed to be a star in this sport if he softened Damian Priest up for TakeOver. Gargano wouldn't forget the favor. And I'm like, wait, title match because you, why? Okay, because you're Johnny Wrestler. Because we get Austin Theory going up against Damian Priest. And this matchup, pretty good. Austin Theory is a really good athlete. Damian Priest gives him the Razor's Edge on the apron, and then he gets fired up. He's playing bona fide babyface right now, and then hits the Reckoning for the win. And then so he beats him, a good matchup. After Damian Priest, he'll go up against Gargano for the North American Championship. And you know what I'm saying, what's going to happen. But then Gargano comes out and attacks Priest with a super kick, and then uses his own arrow motion, and that's what we have. So, your thoughts?
I wish they would have did this and then announced the match. Like have this altercation, then have Will Regal announced on Twitter or something, and not them announce this before they have this altercation or any altercation at all.
I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%. We have a new promo with this green Splinter Cell cam going on, and we're about to say somebody's coming over. TakeOver is theirs. Don't know who this is going to be or who's rumored.
Retribution? Is it Reckoning? And Kenny Omega Young coming back to
NXT? Let them leave NXT to come back to NXT. That makes stupid. Ridge Holland takes on Antonio De Lusa, and Ridge Holland's just dominant here, giving him standing belly to belly suplexes, being very strong about it. Then hits the Northern Lights driver, calls the match is over. They're trying to build him back up ever since he almost broke Johnny Gargano's neck. So I guess so. I didn't see the Io Shirai, Candice LeRae, thing backstage of the confrontation that they had. But we had a gauntlet eliminator to determine the number one contenders for NXT Championship. Sometimes changing up things for the sake of changing up things, such as 2K20, it don't need to happen if there was something wrong with it. So a regular gauntlet match, which is, one match and then whoever wins, the next person keeps coming out. They turned it to like a Royal Rumble.
I would not have been mad if they would have made this a championship scramble match.
Yeah, what's wrong with a champ? We haven't seen a championship scramble match since 2008.
Yeah, I don't know if they even know how to do that match anymore.
Yeah, well, you got better competitors now to do that match than they did back then. So,
like Alexander Carlslaw.
No, Carlslaw or Brian Ketchum being the champion for like a couple seconds. No, I'm good. O'Reilly and Kushida start up the matchup, correct?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, and then after that, the third person comes in is Bronson Reed. He comes in, and then him and O'Reilly start going at it. But then Velveteen Dream sneaks in, because I know they had a rivalry, and gives the Dream Valley driver to Kushida, and then Bronson Reed gives Kushida a splash, and then Kushida is eliminated. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, okay. I really didn't even know Dream and Kushida was, beefing.
That's why he's been upset the past couple weeks. Cause now they put him in like 3 straight weeks. He fought like, I'm gonna say child predators, but 3 straight weeks is just not good weeks for him.
Then we have Timothy Thatcher coming out in the 4th spot, and then Cameron Grimes to the moon is at number 5, and Cameron Grimes he comes in and does his splash and keeps his head on. And I said, I know Prime is pissed, and gets up and puts it in the corner. I was like, oh, Prime somewhere breaking shit right now.
I wish I could unsee that.
See what?
I wish I could unsee that.
Yeah. Then so the match going on, we Bronson Reed does what happens with running through the ropes and doing the dive through the ropes. Did he not see what happened to Hanson? Like, can we please stop having these big men do all this kind of stuff like that, because it can really hurt you. But Kyle O'Reilly defeats Bronson Reed for the second elimination. Then he gets Thatcher with a roll up. And then it's just now Kyle O'Reilly and Cameron Grimes. I was like, oh my God, they're going to give it to Cameron Grimes. I did not even think Kyle O'Reilly was even good. But I mean, I see him in Ring of Honor. He was the champion. I remember when Kyle O'Reilly had a rivalry with Adam Cole on Ring of Honor.
Kyle O'Reilly is a beast, man.
Oh, he is.
Since he's been in NXT and people don't, maybe never seen him in the 80s, they don't recognize that, but this Kyle O'Reilly
y'all need to go back and look at that Ring of Honor match that him and Adam Cole had.
Ring of Honor, look at PWG, look at New Japan. This man is just...
Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly is a singles guy along with a tag team guy as well. Because the Red Dragon thing is a tag team thing. But Bobby Fischer is a good singles guy also, too.
Yes, he is. He is. Bobby Fischer's amazing. Bobby Fischer's like versatile. Mm-hmm. All of them are versatile, of course. Bobby Fischer's like, he could be in the main event one day, he could be in the mid card the next day, a tag team the next day, and then back in the main event the next day, and it all makes sense.
Yeah, I'm saying people don't really look at that if you're casuals, but Kyle O'Reilly makes Cameron Grimes tap out with a heel hook. So Kyle O'Reilly is going to be the next one to challenge for Finn Balor, which should be an excellent match.
See, if Finn Balor didn't just win the championship, I would say this would be like an Evolution style of celebration. Like he'll win the championship, and then Adam Cole, and then like be mad, but like
that'd be kind of.
Finn Balor just won it, so I don't think he's gonna lose it. But that would have been a good moment if that was to happen.
I agree with you. So that was NXT. So to keep the thing moving, so we don't go over time, let's go right over to AEW Dynamite. AEW also took time to pay tribute to Joe Laurinaitis, aka Road Warrior Animal. Like I said, a legend in this business, an icon in this business. So make sure we, rest in peace to him. We got the first match. We got.
Oh wow! I forgot. I did say he was at All In. I meant to say that this part and not the first part.
Okay. Well, it's quite all right. This is the in-ring debut of the Best Man. That's his AEW nickname now. Myro and Superbad Kip Sabian with fiancée Penelope Ford going up against the Bad Boy Joe Janela and the the Concrete Rose, Sonny Kiss.
Concrete, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, the Concrete Rose. So AEW, all these nicknames, man.
It's a thing. I don't have a problem with Sonny Kiss, but I don't think Sonny Kiss should have been like Miro's first in-ring opponent.
Why you say that?
Because the match was kind of sloppy, and it was kind of sloppy on Sonny Kiss's part.
Oh, so you don't think Sonny Kiss was not ready to go with the likes of like somebody on the caliber of Rusev, basically, or Myro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just saying, like, so the body, like the moves, like the leg, like you know how when somebody jump off the rope when they put their leg up. Yeah. Sonny Kiss put their leg up before the dude even jumped off the rope, and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
I just wish that. And I had no problem with her, but I don't. Well, he likes to go by him or her, so don't get offended, people. But I don't have no problem with. I it. I just wish that he was more fluent, even when it comes with experience. I can't be that upset.
Well, no, you're right. So he makes Sonny Kiss.
Jim Ross.
He makes Sonny Kiss submit with the with the game over camel clutch finish.
That ain't what Jim Ross called it.
What Jim Ross called it?
He got him in the accolade.
The accolade. Is like, well, so that you can't get behind. He
said game over. Did the crush thing, and then here goes Jim Ross. He's going for the accolade there, and then he was like, no. He calls that the game over now. It's a camel clutch. Call it what you want. I'm like, JR, seriously?
Yeah, you know to do that to Shivani.
You can call it what you want. This is a camel clutch. Why would you even do that? It's like,
I feel you, bro. I do. I be feeling your pain, bro. Eddie Kingston comes out with the mic saying, look, it's me and Moxley tonight for the World Championship. I was never eliminated from Casino Battle Royal. In 18 years, said I deserve this shot. Me and Moxley used to be cut from the same cloth, but then Moxley sold his soul to the devil and went to the land of sports entertainment. I never sold out. Okay, so another WWE dig right there. And then so we're going to have that match later up. We got Hangman Page taking on Evil Uno from the Dark Order up next. I didn't
understand why they picked Evil Uno.
Well, I didn't see BME, so.
Yeah, but that's not even canon, though.
Oh, it's not? Okay. I know that was canon or not, but okay.
No, it's not canon at all.
Okay. But so why did they pick Evil Uno?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh. Like, that makes no sense.
I'm like, okay. I thought you said, do you know why they picked Evil Uno? I said, no.
No, I was saying, I don't know why. Like, it's not canon. BT is not canon, and even if it was, it still wouldn't make sense to put, like...
Well,
they should have used Luke Grayson.
Yeah, well,
I don't think they should have just sacrificed one of their top members of their faction.
Well, I mean, the Dark Order still kind of sucks, but you know what I'm saying, it's been getting better. But we have Kenny Omega's on the commentary, and Kenny Omega says the tag team part of me is dead. So
I don't know why I like the passive aggressive Kenny Omega is actually like entertaining.
Yes, I like it.
Like even last week when him and Kazarian was Hangman and Kazarian was fighting, he was like, these two tag team wrestlers are looking to become singles wrestlers, but they're looking for that tag, and I forgot what Frankie Kazarian hit on Hangman, but he was like, oh, this is over. And then he kicked out. Oh, I'm surprised he kicked out. That's when I had to come in and save his butt because he always would never kick out of those type of moves. He was just passive aggressive, and I liked it.
I think I like it too. He Page his running he hits fall away slam, stand shooting star press for a 2 count, and then Evil will try to count go. Page goes for the running clothesline. Evil tries to go and get some pump kicks out the way, and they're just hanging it out. But Page power bombs Uno, and then goes for the buckshot Larry, scores the pin. So that's what happened. I missed the interview between Tony Schiavone and the Young Bucks. So
I was like, basically, you guys are changing. And they're like, nah, no, we're not. Come on, Tony. And then he was like, oh yeah, if you're not changing, then why'd you super kick this and then why'd you do that? And then they were like, okay, we don't want to talk about this. And then he somehow finds a way to keep asking that question, and then they kind of just kick him out.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, then next up we got the TN.
And then they I forgot what did they do. He did something with his phone. He was texting or something, and they took his phone and basically threw it on the ground. And then gave him a load of money, threw it at him in his face, and said, "Get a new phone," and then walked off.
Damn. Okay. I mean, I don't worry. Don't you fret none. We have the TNT Championship. The Exalted one. Mr. Brody taking on freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Here's my thing. Just because it's the TNT Championship, do you have to defend it every week? I figure him being a heel that
he don't defend it every week.
Okay.
He did defend it this week, yes.
Yeah, well, he's going against Orange Cassidy, so I thought the Dark Order surround the ring. I thought this match was okay. It's nice to see Orange Cassidy, ever since coming off their rivalry with Jericho, doing more wrestling matches now instead of just being the Orange Cassidy character.
It's a one disconnect with me. Probably the only disconnect I have with Orange Cassidy now.
Okay.
He can't go back to just starting out the match with those slow kicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, I can understand if he's like, Orange Cassidy, you're going to face Bill Carter or whoever, a jobber. Then, okay, I'm going to do the kicks. I don't really want to be here. I'm going to do these slow kicks. But you're going to get for a championship against, the Exalted one. You should want to not do the slow kicks.
Well, in my personal opinion, after coming off that hot feud with Jericho, I would have started building up Orange Cassidy like you put him with some of the jobbers and stuff like that, and then he can bring back the gimmick, and then when he's going up against big time people like Brody Lee, he can come out swinging. Mm-hmm. So, but I understand they're still trying to keep that gimmick alive. So, I mean, I understand that.
Keep it alive by putting him against people that don't really matter, so he can do the goofy stuff, not put him against big time people.
I mean, I agree. Well, I mean,
keep doing the goofy stuff.
I mean, they put up a good match, but Orange Cassidy gets just like tossed by Brody Lee back and forth, and then gets a discus clothesline. Brody Lee wins. I mean, it's a longer match the way I told it, but it went in. But the lights went dark, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then when they came back on, first of all, before they came back on, we heard the. Are you and then Cody comes out.
This is another JR thing that made me upset. This could be anybody. Really, JR?
No, it really couldn't. This is Cody.
The Dark Order could be playing a trick on it. Oh, really, JR?
Yeah, stop it. Cody is back, and he is supporting his black hair again. I what I didn't like was how they supported as if he never had black hair before.
Well, he never had that type of black hair before, because he definitely did not have jet black hair before.
You know what? Fair. He didn't have jet black hair because he did have the brown hair in WWE, and then in Ring of Honor he had the brown hair. Then at the end of his Ring of Honor, he bleached it to the blonde hair like his dad, because you want to see the blood in it. It looks good that way. But now he just come back with the jet black hair. And he's in all black. And he comes and takes out all the Dark Order, so all the minions. And then Brody Lee retreats and it just stares down Cody. So Obviously, I think maybe the next pay-per-view we get or something like that.
The next pay-per-view is in November. I think it's November 25th.
So yeah, Cody's getting a shot at that TNT Championship again.
Makes sense.
Dasha was backstage attempting to interview and enrage Brody Lee, and Brody Lee ordered John Silver to hand him a dog collar on a chain. He says, "You run for a long time, but sooner than later, I'm gonna cut you down, Cody. I'm going to take this dog collar, wrap it around your tattooed neck, and you will have nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. You have 1 week to answer me, Cody. Are you man or are you a coward?" So it looks like they're going for a dog collar match.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Oh, remember Roddy Piper had one back in the day where they just either wrap the chain around
so
somebody.
this is the old school Cody Markout match.
You know how Cody do it. They're old school and they have the dog collar wrapped around the people's neck, and it's anything goes, but they can't really get. It's like a strap match, but around your neck.
Okay.
That's the old WCW stuff right there. Matt Hardy and Private Party come out. Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn, and they're basically talking. And Chris Jericho comes out with the Inner Circle as the demo guy, and then
they called him something else. I forgot what they called him. He wasn't the demo guy. He was something else. I wish I would have remembered.
And then Jericho says Sammy wasn't here tonight because no one knows he's coming back because of what Matt Hardy did to him and all out. And then he said, "Well, guess what? I lied. Sammy's back now." They do the sister hug. And then he said, "Trust me, if I was gonna take out your leg with a bat, I would do it to your face," said Chris Jericho. And then Matt Hardy tried to do a fight, but then Mark Quinn interrupted, and for some reason, like, his mic wasn't working.
I don't like the fact that they trying to make Mark Quinn look like a dope singles person.
He's not. I mean, first of all, Private Party is like the Street Profits. It's like they're a good, nice tag team, but they're not ready for singles action yet. Not my opinion.
But like, even that, at least the Private Party are not even like up the rankings as a tag team, let alone singles competitors.
Exactly. But them working with Matt Hardy does give him a big endorsement. So Mark Quinn told Matt Hardy, said, yo, take all the time you need to heal, but I'm here. And he said, Quinn said he'll give Jericho a run for his money before he'll do it again. And Isaiah Cassidy grabbed the microphone and said, "I got this. Jericho, I'm wishing you a challenge for next week, 1-on-1. Everyone is counting on me. But if a young 23-year-old kid from the streets of Brooklyn, New York, beats Chris Jericho or Dynamite next week, I'm gonna make you my champion, bitch." So the match will take place between Isaiah Cassidy and Chris Jericho next week. And I mean, Jericho's gonna do things to put over this younger talent, stuff like that. But I do agree that obviously
I don't think I would like it for him though. Like, and no offense, but like, I just wish it was a different singles person, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're endorsed by Matt Hardy. They're trying to get Private Party up the rankings without having them always being tag team matches and losing. You know what I'm saying? So,
let them win some. I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't even know what to tell you in that situation. AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR are coming out with Tully Blanchard. Was interviewed by Tony Schiavone. Missed the interview. What happened there?
Honestly, I missed this interview too. I ain't gonna even lie. That's probably the only interview I missed because. Oh, well, actually, we didn't forget to talk about this, but this something's not big. But Jericho and MJF had a segment.
Oh, when they
sorry, what you say?
Was that last week's Dynamite?
No, it was talking about last week's Dynamite.
Oh, okay. Because like I said, we didn't get to review that one.
But last week, they were in the truck, right?
Yeah.
What you talking about? And they called it like loser after they was like nice to each other.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the one from last week.
Yeah, and then this week they was like, "I saw you call me a loser." He said, "I saw you call me a loser." He was like, "Where did you see that?" He said, "Dude, I watched the show. I saw you call me a loser." He was like, "Nah, I was talking to Tony Schiavone." And the MJF was like, nah, I was talking to my taxi cab driver or something. So they're basically doing like a Kevin Owens type of chemistry with Jericho, but they hate each other. So I kind of like it.
Okay, yeah, so I like that. So basically, they hate each other, but they comment each other to their face.
Yeah, so, but then when they walk away, they're like, this guy sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, and which I like how they addressed that. I watched the show. I hate when people be all dumb, like, you didn't see the show. Like, refs, you didn't see that person clearly disqualified. Like, you can go back and watch the tape. But anyway, Women's World Champion Hikaru Shida.
Hikaru Shida.
Damn it. And Women's Champion Thunder Rosa versus AEW Women's Tag Team.
Thunder Rosa.
Tag Team Cup winners Ivelisse and Diamante was the next matchup.
I'm surprised they even let them fight against each other after last week.
Good point. Diamante tried to go for the cold.
On each other.
Diamante tried to go for the cold red on Shida, but Thunder Rosa blocked it for a partner with a Death Valley driver. Shida decimates Diamante with a running knee and scored the victory.
Yeah, I don't want to see them two fight each other like
at all.
Yeah, because they after they started shooting on each other, I was like, I wouldn't even have no fight like at all against each other anymore.
I can understand that.
Because it made them look bad. It made the champ look bad from another company and kind of just made the whole thing just not matter.
You're right. AEW World Champion Jon Moxley taking on now they got his ready for his new nickname, the Mad King Eddie Kingston. So
hasn't that been his nickname?
I mean, if it has, I'm unaware. Even as big of an Eddie Kingston fan I am, when he was in House of Hardcore, I didn't hear him call him that, but I didn't watch Eddie Kingston in NWA Power.
Actually, no, I'm sorry, that's his Twitter name.
Okay. Yeah, but I didn't watch him in Power. Only thing I watched him in was in TNA when he was part of
and he had an Evolve. I don't know. Yeah. I did just see an Evolve match with Eddie Kingston and Shane Strickland, a.k.a. Swerve Sky versus Velveteen Dream and the Street Profits.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they Network got different companies on there now, so it's weird. But it's funny.
It's weird, but it's cool to watch some of that indie stuff, though.
Yeah.
So good matchup by these two. Kingston went for the spinning back fist. Moxley blocked it and hit the sleeper hole, one of his new finishers. And he basically got with the bulldog choke, and then the referee had to stop the matchup. But the Lucha Bros come in and start attacking Moxley. Then Will Hobbs comes in, and then he tries to even up the odds. And I guess Will Hobbs and Moxley are cool. Cause I missed the last two episodes.
It was supposed to be Moxley, Will Hobbs, and Darby Allin versus Archer, Brian Cage, and Ricky Starks.
Oh, that's right. But Cage and Archer got sick.
Yeah,
that's right. Because Darby Allin does come out, and then Ricky Starks comes out and beats him down. So next week is going to be Ricky Starks and Darby Allin, I believe.
Maybe not.
Well, we gotta see. But in your opinion, who won this week on the Wednesday Night War? NXT or AEW Dynamite?
I would probably say NXT.
I'm actually thinking NXT too. NXT took it from me this week because I enjoyed the Battle Royal. Kyle O'Reilly getting shined, and people don't really understand how good Kyle O'Reilly truly is. So I thought that was cool. When it come to AEW, it was kind of like one of them filler shows. I mean, other than Cody coming back, it really wasn't no more of the highlight left of the show. But that's just my opinion. But you guys can post your opinions down below. Let's do this on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button if you guys enjoy, and hit the subscribe button for more. But once again, we're moving on with the podcast, so stay tuned for more.